Alright guys, so it is about 6:45. The market's going to open here in about 45 minutes on a Thursday. Um, so what we're looking at now is we've had some interesting price action the last couple days. Um, I've been looking for positions in here, but once you start to get um, a little bit of this frustrating volatility, and once you at first realize it, you then have to think that, it's probably going to be a bit more of that until we get out of that, right? So we've had three failures to match this high up here. So that's pretty interesting. I don't think that we will not reach this level, but we are once again back at this key level here. We continue to retest this level. And so right now, what I'm looking for is as we have come down into this zone, um, in our stops, we could maybe move a little bit. Um, Ratio won't be as good, but I think underneath this low here would be a great place for them. We're basically just looking for this level to be respected once again. Um, Time and time again, we continue to test price continues to trade above this level, and so I think that um, we will kind of hover around this level and then after a while move to the upside. So anyway, that's all we're looking at the moment. All right, so our trade has moved up a decent bit from where we got in, and if we go down to let's go to a 5-minute chart, we can see this a little bit better. We'll see how we respect this zone here on the 5-minute chart. As we are retesting it now, but as we go down, we have a bit more of a zone here that we broke above and are now coming back into as support. So we'll see what this 5-minute candle here does in the next couple minutes, and then see if we can close above or what happens there. But looking down on a 5-minute, you can see we got in right as we came down initially into this level, and so yeah, overall still just fairly simple price action, right? It's really just coming into this zone yet again, we can expect a move to the upside from it. So that's what we are at least getting for the moment. We'll see how we respect this zone here on the 5-minute chart and how this 5-minute candle closes. But overall, it's looking like we are, going in the right direction. All right, so as we move up here, I actually am going to look to close part of this position, not the majority of it, just a little bit, and then leave the rest open with stops at break even. And I know that we are moving up nicely. We did this level. If we go back to a 5-minute, we can see it better. As we came down to this level, we were talking about waiting to see how we react to this level and how we test this little zone. And as we came down, we did bounce off of it fairly nicely. And so it is just good to be aware of these levels though as you are looking for trades. But going back to a 30-minute chart, yeah, as we come up here, I think we could maybe, hopefully we just push right through, right? But we could at some point get some sort of pullback again. And so the remaining open part of the trade is with stops at break even. And then once we start to move up, I actually may, for the part that's still open of my position, extend targets just in case, we do have a larger move to the upside and break through this. I don't know how, if I assume it would probably be pretty short-lived, because at that point it might be later in the morning, and then I think maybe Friday we could end off the week with a nice bullish day. Uh, at least that's what I'd be hoping for if I was still in this position. And so, yeah, so like I said, right up as we're reaching this local level, part of the position closed. The rest that is open, stops are at break even. And a lot of people may think that that's a scared, dumb thing to do, but like I said, I like to just, the more that I trade, I like to take profit when I have it at once we reach certain levels, and then conserve what I have left with stops, risk-free stops, right? And that's sort of how I've been more consistent, again, because it's better to get out a little early or get out with less profit than, be in profit and that trade ends up being a loser. That's one of the worst things, right? So anyway, that's what we're looking at now. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to extend my target yet, but we'll think about it here pretty soon. All right, so as we have gone on a little bit more here, this is a place really to move stops right below this recent structure here. That way, the rest of the position that is open, um, you know, is with stops and profit. So where we are, we just have a little bit of prices kind of getting squeezed in here. It's a um, interesting price action here, but we got the market open in about 30 minutes. So um, this zone that I have marked here, obviously stops are just below the structure right here, below the zone. I think as long as we are to stay above this and trade above this, we're going to be fine. But my target's only up here, and then um, yeah, I mean, if we start to really respect this, like I said, at some point we can really extend our targets. So, all right, guys. So the market has opened, and we have moved down. Missed out on a bit of opportunity in here, but we are now completely out of the position. Um, so we closed part of the position on the way up here with a nice profit, just not reaching our initial target of this resistance here, and then the rest was closed underneath this level at the break of this level. So overall, still a profit, just not as big as it could have been, but really, again, just trying to conserve, conserve all the profit that I can. So overall, a good trade. Our entry was amazing, um, but if only our exit would have been as good as the entry was. So for now, the market opened an hour ago. It's Friday. I think we might just be done for the week. I don't know how much more opportunity we'll have. We are coming down into this zone again, so you know, again, we just have to wait and see how we end the week here. But overall, still a good profitable trade, just not as much profit as we could have had.